Well, very good morning and welcome Cian O'Connor, the Irish rider, to the second week of the Sunshine Tour here in sunny Vejer de la Frontera in Spain. Cian, it's great to be here and it's a wonderful setting for bringing the horses along, isn't it?
Thanks, Eamon. Yeah, it's a lovely showground. Fair play to the family. They really have done a lot of work. They keep reinvesting, putting money back into the facilities here. And it's the first year, obviously, with a cooperation with Oxford Sport as well, which adds a professional dimension.
And Cian, moving into your facilities here, you tell me you've brought 32 horses, quite a number of riders. A lot of organisation goes into the show like this, but also into your organisation and your daily running and producing of everything.
Sure, yeah, we're quite busy. We've some students here that we're teaching, the Watchman brothers from Ireland, Nicola Pole as well, and then I have both Dara Ryan and Ross Mulholland who ride for me. So we've got various different groups, and each group has a team leader, and we divide down. There's 32 horses and I think 16 staff, so it works quite well. We're organised. We sit down every evening. We go through a plan for the following day, and when you have structure and a plan, it normally works okay.
And you mentioned a little bit about the Watchman brothers and the ponies, and that just all adds into the whole producing element for the young riders, for the ponies, for the young horses, the older horses. The facilities are brilliant.
Yeah, there's something for everybody. I mean, if you bring your young horse here, you know, you're here for 5-6 weeks, it really brings them on a couple of months. They're able to go back to the field, have a break, and then do another tour later on in the year. Indeed, for the pony lads, for them to get experience prior to selections for European trials also, it's a great training ground, as there isn't that much on at home in Ireland. And for the other students to be able to practice in various different arenas. Each arena has its own type of fences, so it's like doing a different show every week. And also for my own horses, I've got some new horses. All the horses I ride here, I'm riding here pretty much for the first time. So to be able to get used to them and drop them up and down and go in various competitions, it's a great opportunity to get going for the year ahead.
And quite often, Cian, we come to these tours and, you know, there's maybe 2 or 3 arenas, which is still brilliant facilities. But I think there's 19 arenas in total, and the horses are competing in different arenas every week in different days. And that really adds something different to it all, doesn't it?
Sure, I mean, it's a vast place with the amount of horses we have to work every day, even when we're not competing, and it never feels busy. There's always somewhere to work. The new facility downstairs across the road, there's a lot of huge sand arena there, great ground, and as I say, there's always somewhere to work. There's actually a training arena on grass as well, where you can give a ticket that costs €10 and you can go and jump your horses around. Also very useful for a new horse, a spooky horse, or indeed a rider to get experience. So they really cater for everybody, and of course the weather helps.
Absolutely does. A little bit better than back home, isn't it? You spoke a minute ago about Europe, and obviously you have a big operation across the Atlantic in the USA, and you're a little bit back and forward between there. Talk to us a little bit about maybe some of the differences we see on the circuits between the two continents.
Yeah, obviously I competed in Florida a lot last number of years, and I'll probably go back there in the future. It's a great marketplace, and there's good prize money and good competition. But the ground and the training facilities here are really second to none. There's nowhere compares to it. Of course, Palm Beach, you have lifestyle and you have infrastructure and hotels and so on. But here, for producing horses and training horses to really set them up for the year ahead, I think it's very, very good.
I'm moving away from all of that, Cian, just to you personally, thinking about next year, 2020, building up to Tokyo. What's your thoughts as we build towards that in terms of your own cycle of getting prepared for things?
Sure, I mean the task that always affects all of us is horsepower, and it's hard to get these good horses and to keep them. I've had a few change around. Some horses were sold and various things, and I've got some very good horses. I think now this year, PSG Final is just turned 9-year-old, and hopefully he'll be able to do some of the Nations Cups. And I've Irenis Horta that Lorenzo De Luca was placed with at the World Championships last year. So that's exciting, and we hopefully be able to help the team this year. And if we're good enough, we'll do our job at the European Championships to hopefully secure Olympic qualification.
Well, let's hope we're there. And finally, moving into that section of governing bodies, and we think about the FEI and the other governing bodies, do you think more can be done? Do you think those guys are doing enough when it comes to maybe riders a little bit less experienced than yourself when they get that call up for the big class?
I think from Ireland's point of view anyway, we have a strong high performance committee, and Rodrigo, obviously our team manager, and I think he does a good job. He's brought a different dynamic to the team, and I think he's built a great group of riders, and through him and Michael Blake, they've developed a lot of people have got a chance to jump in the green jacket. So, but I mean, it's never been any different. It's up to everyone to paddle their own canoe, really. You have to. It's not just about being a good jockey. You have to find horses. You have to work hard, stay out of the bar, and be up early. And you know, if you get a name for getting up early, it's the saying says you can stay in bed the rest of the day. And a lot of the lads, I think the younger generation, you know, some of them maybe have to look at that a bit more, because it is important. If you're seen to be professional, if you have a good work ethic, people are attracted to that kind of behaviour as opposed to the opposite.
Totally agree. Cian O'Connor, thank you very much for joining us this morning here on the last day of week 2 of the Sunshine Tour, and we wish you the very best of luck and hope you enjoy the final 4 weeks.
Thanks very much. Cheers, Eamon. Thank you.